Welcome, adventurers, to Probability of Demise, the podcast where critical fumbles meet critical facepalms. Join us as we delve into the darkest dungeons, slay the stupidest gremlins, and roll enough ones to make a beholder weep. Forget epic storylines and heroic deeds. Here we celebrate the chaotic beauty of bad rolls, questionable decisions, and characters with more charisma than sense. We'll be your dungeon masters of disappointment, guiding you through campaigns where the only guaranteed treasure is a mountain of laughter, and maybe some psychic scarring. So grab your Nat 1 dice, strap on your anxiety helmets, and prepare to witness the glorious train wreck that is our D&D journey. Because, in the end, even if your character dies face first into a pile of pudding, at least you'll have the dice god's permission to laugh your ass off. Welcome back to Probability of Demise. Like, subscribe, and give us all your love. Seraphina literally walked out of camera for the entirety of the intro video, causing me inordinate amounts of anxiety.
I needed a blankie.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's a snowman.
You're
really
watch
bad.
this
is insanity.
No, it's because my camera's backwards and like it.
It's not backwards. Just do it how you normally do it. Just do it.
There.
Just put it flat against your face.
Oh, I know, but like for some reason, like the angle of the camera won't let me do it correctly. It's like to me in front of my face, it looks right, but then because of where my camera is, it looks really wrong. I don't know why.
Baby, you're the right kind.
Also, we're all doing it wrong, isn't it? Like,
don't you dare say with the fingers. That is a kids nowadays thing. Also, that
I don't even know how to do it.
Sunset
Yes?
hard hands.
Yeah, I can do that.
That's what you're thinking of?
I can do this.
Or
No,
yeah.
it's
God.
No.
that or something.
Just gotta rescue us.
Okay. Today's word of the day. Today's word of the day is gossamer, a fine, filmy substance consisting of cobwebs spun by small spiders, seen primarily in autumn. And then used in a sentence. The delicate spider silk created a gossamer web that shimmered in the morning dew.
And this is why you really listen to our podcast, because we educate you.
Education.
Education.
Get yourself educated.
Well, I am super excited.
We do words good.
Get going with the second half of our second little mini arc here as we dive back into our world in Overton and actually in Underton, because Sticky Beak's little private office is located on the fringes of Underton. And last time when you got together, you had actually gotten to Sticky Beak's office, found out about this predicament that Sticky Beak was in, both in terms of the collapse, but also in terms of the shenanigans with the investigation that they were performing. And they put you on the path after much consideration about what you actually wanted to do, of going and finding a bat, a messenger bat, that had been the property of a bat master who is deceased. So with that information, you are about to launch into finding out what you can find out, doing what you can do. Along with the revelation about this need was the bigger revelation of the huge issue of Grand's brand, the most recent incarnation of that name having been murdered. I think we fast forward a bit and place you at the location where this Batmaster's abode would be, in the Overton area. If there's anything you would have done in between, you can go ahead and share that. But I think what we can do is we can kind of zoom in and I can give you a sense of the lay of the land, and then you can determine what you would have done on the way there or before arriving, as well as share where you would be in the space that I described. Is that all right?
Yes.
Yes.
Unless you
So
want to
you-
go back to Ulua and Seraphina spooning. I think we're about to long rest at Alua's place, which would make
That's
this
right, we
morning,
were
right?
going to- just
I'm
wait for
fast
mine.
forwarding through that a little bit as well, unless you
So
want to.
So we have long rested.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say, Seraphina barely slept. She laid on her back in a corpse position with her hands by her legs, just so afraid to move an inch. And all she could think was, I'm in the same bed. I'm in the same bed.
Could you just roll a Constitution saving throw, and we'll see if
Oh,
you
no.
actually got
Things you
sleep or not.
shouldn't tell Rick.
Don't tell me
Oh,
you
no.
slept poorly.
I have to. She slept poorly.
What'd you roll? What'd you get?
It's Alua's fault. She said she didn't need to sleep with her, and Alua's like, no, it's fine. And she's like, it's not fine. Too excited.
Or maybe this is a charisma
That's
saving throw, actually. Let's take that. Let's do a charisma saving throw here.
Oh dear.
All right, plus.
Do you sing in your sleep? Do you bardically inspire in your sleep?
Plus 1. 16.
As she goes to sleep, she lullabies. 16. You know what? Yes, you are panicked, but you're able to find rest. Maybe not sleep, but you're able to find rest. Stiff as a board, light as a feather, stiff as a board, light as a feather. Eventually that just becomes a meditation that takes you into a place where your body recovers and you do get the benefits of a long rest.
Hush,
Good.
little Seraphina, don't say a word.
Let me long rest myself. If I haven't already.
Following the directions that were provided to you by Sticky Beak, you have come back to a location you were at not so long ago, a courtyard with various entertainments and wagons and food, a nearby alley where a body was disposed of, and a little overhanging roof location where another body was
Who
stowed.
would do such a thing?
You recognize this area as one you had been to not so long ago. And in this location, just on the outskirts of both the Strip and the Hollow Council's cluster of wealthier homes, kind of in that interstitial space, is a vibrant little neighborhood. Food and wares, things that definitely attract a variety of folks. And you actually arrive at a very similar time in the evening, just based on what the timing was of everything else to give you a long rest. That's where we're literally back where we started.
Yes.
There's a little bit of a change in tenor. This is not necessarily one of the celebratory days, but more of a day where folks have had a long work day and or are going off to night shifts. So there's the passers-by as they both go home and off to an evening job, collecting up a quick lunch at a food counter, picking up a little bit of knick-knack or whatnot to share with family members who need things. So there's a little bit of liveliness and excitement, but it's that muted evening version.
I really
Where-
wanted you to say picking up a couple of knick-knack and paddywhacks.
You,
I'm done. Okay, I'm done.
All right, thanks
adding
for
one
tuning in,
more.
everybody. Have a good night.
So Jason, I said only one, but there's going to be like now 12. So with that,
Rick said if we're tired and goofy, there's going to be more battles.
Okay. Bring it,
Uh,
bitch.
as you are sitting there, I'm going to use my good dice now. Back in that same place, there's lots of areas to more stealthily observe things. There's lots of nooks and crannies and such. There's also just walking around in public and fitting into the crowd. You can see at a quick glance that the building that you're to approach has some typical Overton tape that is used to demark a place that has been shut down by the police, by the, not so much police, but the watch and such. And you can see that it's been there for a while. It's, it's falling off. It's not fresh. It looks like there may even have been a few scavengers in and out since that was put up. What would the three of you be up to, and what would you be doing? As well rested as you are.
So the apartment or whatever is taped off, but is it guarded visibly?
Just go ahead and roll a perception check.
14.
You see no obvious guard. And then seeing that there's no obvious guard, just taking in things, you do notice there's a couple of locals. They look like local members of the community who kind of keep their eye on the door from time to time looking. But nobody from officialdom seems to be paying much attention.
Looks like we might have to find a way to sneak in, or perhaps someone causes a distraction and the others go in.
I mean, are we not allowed to be here? We are investigating.
We're investigating in a extra legal capacity. That's city guard tape.
Mm-hmm. I'm confused though. Didn't our mutual contact say that the family themselves was their client? So why would we not allowed to be here?
For the same reason you can't just walk into a murder scene whether someone hired you to or not.
All right.
I mean, we probably could. It's just possible that somebody will call the guard eventually.
So we're investigating this secretly.
That was my understanding.
I understand that we are supposed to be secretive isn't the right word, but surreptitious.
Discreet.
Yes, discreet. But surely those monitoring the crime scene would not oppose to us as we are trying to help solve the crime. Yes?
Or they don't know that.
Why not?
We could just let them know.
I mean, unless we are supposed to operate outside of the Watch's knowledge, but I don't know if that was ever explicitly made clear.
I suppose I feel if the Watch was friendly to this entire investigation, the Watch would be doing this investigation.
Fair point. All right. What's your plan?
Okay, so we've got marketplace, food stalls, like that sort of vibe.
Yeah, it's on the cusp of those two neighborhoods, so it's got very much like a little bit of the like, here's where you go to get the late night meal vibe when you've been out all night playing, but also, the day people over at the Hollow Council who have to go grab a lunch. This is the cheaper place to do it. The folks who can't afford the fancy restaurant that might be a little bit closer, they run down here to the. I think if I was to describe it in modern terms, think a food corral where a bunch of food carts have all been set up. And it's kind of like it's been there for long enough. The night market in
Queens.
In Queens. I
Okay.
think the night market in Queens. Just surrounded by
Well,
brick buildings and stuff.
And there aren't any other merchants otherwise? Is it like
there's all of the stalls are
right, but I mean,
run
are there any
by-
actual stores?
There are a couple of little knickknack shops. That's what I meant to say when I said the knickknacks, and then
Okay.
you went paddywhacks. It's just like little, there's the entrepreneurial sort who always set up in an area like that where people have been sitting and resting and eating and talking and just, you can tell that like there's a couple of places where beverages of the adult variety had been set up maybe initially as a temporary thing, but now like there's literally a still sitting right behind their little contraption. So they've been there for a while, and then there's other little, some guy who's like halfway between a panhandler and an actual retail establishment of various doodahs.
Okay.
Perhaps we should
Well-
ask around with the crowd to see what information we can find out, and then maybe we'll have a better sense of whether we can just go in.
Sure. I mean, perhaps. I mean, maybe they'll at least know. Did Sticky Beak share with us when this occurred? Like what time of day?
Sticky Beak didn't share a time of day, but did share that it was concurrent with the death of Grand. That the death of this Bat Master was at the similar time, and that the digging into Brand's death led to the realization of the death of the Bat Master, and connected those two for him. He did not share that anyone else has made those connections.
Okay.
His little like spider map of craziness is his going like, wait, he died, and there was a bat message harness at Grand's death, and it was on the same. And he did like his brilliant mind thing and like, boo-doo-doo-doo.
So we don't know what time they were killed, only that they were killed at the same time.
Yes, at around the same time.
Okay. Well, I guess we can interview if any of the stall owners are here on the regular and see if they saw anything or noticed anything from day to day between before and after the tape went up.
All right. Shall we split up or go as a group?
And there's no one, and there are no guards or anything around the gate or around the tape. It's just the tape.
From what Gus saw, and I'm guessing shared, no, but if you would like to do your own separate investigation and such, let me know how you would be checking out for guards or others who are protecting or watching the space.
I'd love to just ask someone nearby.
Okay. So how are you approaching this individual? Are you just picking someone at random? Are they a shopkeep, or are they just they local neighbor?
And what area of the city are we in again?
You're between the Strip and the Hollow Council.
Between the Strip and the Hollow. Okay. I want to go. And there's no one around that I recognize from like maybe who like hired my brother or.
Go ahead and roll a perception check to see if you can spot anybody.
Let's see. Yeah. Not one.
Nope. In fact, you're not
Oh
sure.
wait,
you're
I
in
rolled the
right
wrong
area,
thing. But it's still a 1, so
Roll a
it doesn't
d12.
matter.
Nope. Roll a d20. You don't get to
Yeah.
roll a d12 and
Grab
bananas.
the right
It's actually
thing.
a -8 if you do it that way.
Yeah, now you've
Okay.
lost. Now the DC's
D20.
gone up by 100.
That's okay. And I'm doing what now?
Perception.
Perception.
15.
15. Looking around, you at first don't think you spot anyone, and then you see the back of a head that looks somewhat familiar.
Girl. Becky, your head is ridiculous.
I don't know where my notebook went with my brother's name.
You
What the
you
heck
think
was my brother's name?
not somebody that is connected to your brother.
Oh,
it's
not
somebody
connected to my
who-
brother.
At this stage, from the back of the head, you think that you just saw Ernesto's daughter, Aksuna.
Oh, I'm gonna go up and tap her.
Okay. You go up and tap the shoulder of this person who might be Aksuna and turns around. Oh, hi.
Is it her?
Hi. It is. That's what this would be.
I'm gonna say, Aksuna, hey, it's me.
Oh,
How you doing?
yeah. I'm good. Just getting dinner for the family. Can't eat at
Oh,
the
you're getting.
market all the time. It's kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
Like fair food.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can see in her
yeah.
hands already are things that look like very fried foods.
Very good. Um, do you come to this area often?
Oh, every once in a while, it's a good get out, go to a different area. You get tired of eating the same old thing, whatever's around your corner gets old.
Yeah, yeah. Do do you happen to know anything about, the like stuff going on over there and like the tape and
Her gaze just full looks over, no subtlety at all. It's like, oh yeah, I guess the owner of the bat, he had ran bat messengers. Yeah, he died. Eh, I mean, you'd have to ask a local or one of the shopkeepers for more, or you could go to the. You probably shouldn't go there, but yeah, that's good.
wait, go where? Why can't I go?
Well, do you really want to show up on the Hall Council?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, it's not your vibe, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, I guess you could just show up at one of the watch hangouts, but it's kind of a hike from here.
Hmm.
We like to, well, I don't live here, but I just live down the way a bit. And then, we like to keep the authorities as far away as possible.
There haven't been any around, really?
Well, I mean, occasionally they've come through, but I don't, maybe this is a busier area than where I put my head down to rest. So maybe they come through here more frequently. I mean, you could hang out here all night and see who comes through.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I saw you from over there, and I just wanted to say hi.
Yeah. Did he owe you something, or did you have like a creation that went awry?
No, I guess I'm a little nosy. No.
Oh, yeah, you are. I mean, I don't think you're nosy. You're curious.
Very. Well, tell everyone I say hi, and I'll let you. I don't want you to let your food get cold. So.
Oh, yeah, I gotta go. Bye. Have fun.
Bye.
See you later.
I'm gonna go over to Gus and Ulua and just be like, I figured out nothing.
What's the closest like food stand or vendor to the house?
There is a place that is currently doing some sort of bread confection that's being deep fried.
Oh.
Mini donuts. Let's do it. All right.
As we walk over, I'm gonna
let's bait
summarize.
For a former investigator.
As we walk over to the other vendor, I'm gonna summarize my conversation with her. Just to be like, I saw her. She's getting food. She said that not too many people come around, at least her area. Just summarize.
I'm gonna be like, "Hello, friend. Could we please get 3 of these?"
Oh yeah, you just want 3
things.
They're small. Well, you're small. Never mind. I apologize. I did not mean to be. Yeah. 3 it is.
Thank you. Hey, what happened to the Batman's house? That is all. You do it.
Yeah.
Come on.
The Batmaster kind of lost his head.
Wait, like literally?
Decapitated?
I'm guessing, it's always weird with those people who kind of run those messenger services because, half of them die because they were abusing people. And then the other half of them die because they had things that they shouldn't know come through their hands because you entrust messengers to an animal and then the animal master could peek. And so, I'm sure people cover their bases. So, yeah. I think Bruce just got in over his head.
Bruce. Bruce.
I knew you were gonna do this. Which is why I said Batman. I know you too well. Okay. Oh, that's very interesting. Has the
So
watch
wait,
been around?
did he literally lose his head? I'm still on that part.
Oh, I mean,
Like,
maybe?
is that how he died?
You should ask Alfred. Alfred
Who's
knew him pretty
Alfred?
well. Oh, next door neighbor.
Do you know Alfred? Can you introduce us?
I mean, sure. Hey, Alfred! He yells. You see a light turn on in the next door neighbor's house up on the 3rd floor. Head peeks out. What you want? They're
Hi,
asking about
Alfred!
Bruce. All right. Robin, honey, just lay down. He's being an idiot again. I'll be back. I'll be down in a second. And not too much later after that, you hear a door open and somebody in what looks to be sleeping clothes steps out, slippers on their feet. What is it you want, Bruce?
Hello. We've actually been.
Did he lose his head?
Who lost their head?
The Batmaster, did he die by losing his head?
Oh, Master Bruce didn't lose his head. Still attached to his body.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I guess it's a turn of phrase. He like lost his head. So I thought he like literally lost his head, and that's just where I got stuck on. And whew, I'm glad he has his head. Okay, thank you. I'm Seraphina, by the way. Hey.
Hey, Seraphina. I'm losing my head right now. I'm tired. So what's this all about? Let's be quick about this.
We've been hired to look into Master Bruce's death.
Master Bruce.
And we were wondering if you thought anyone would mind if we just went into his house and looked around.
I mean, we've been watching out because we think he has a couple of kids. Don't really know what's happened to them. I mean, they're adults, so life happens. But they might be taking over the house. But I mean, he kind of looks you up and down. I don't know. What's in for me to look the other way? And he kind of winks at the vendor of fried donuts.
Do you want some fried dough?
Well, I'd like some shiny dough.
I thought so. It's worth a shot.
Is that just like extra sugar? I'm gonna turn back to the other guy and be like, will you make a donut with extra sugar?
I'm going to take a gold
shiny
coin
dough.
from what I stole off those dead bodies a few weeks ago. Just passing that around. I'm going to take out a gold coin and just be like, subtly like hand it over to him.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'll get that sugary donut with my shiny new coin. And as he says it just loudly enough to gather a little too much attention. But then he turns and says, oh, everybody, let's go have a snack here. We're just going to post up around the building here. And for whatever reason, several of the people who live in this area or that are shopkeepers, start passing around donuts and kind of create a human barricade between the visible sight of you all and the doorway that you're seeking to enter into. Successfully passing all of the secret little checks and such and adding a flair of dark nightus.
I was crying. I was trying not to laugh so hard.
Oh.
I'm going to go over and jiggle the door of the Batcave and see if it opens. If it's locked or not. I mean, the house. Wayne Manor.
The door
I'm sorry,
just
DC, don't sue us.
shifts open very easily. The lock has been broken. It looks like multiple times.
Okay, I will push the door open and go inside.
Yeah, ducking under the tape.
Stop him. Go, Gus. You can't just walk in. I'm gonna poke my head in and do like a little check. Just I want to look around, make sure there's nothing crazy.
Checking for traps.
Checking for traps.
Roll your check. That would be in this case, you have proficiency in all things, right?
In all things.
All
I'm
things.
proficient in
yeah.
everything.
I have proficiency in investigation, perception, sleight of hand, history, and arcana.
I'm going to go look at your character sheet because you just skipped a lot of things I know you're proficient in. Thieves, tools, etc., etc., etc.
Well, yeah. But I just mean of the this list.
Skills.
No, I'm looking at the other list. So yes, go ahead and roll a investigation check with advantage.
Investigation. Oh yeah. Plus, oh, that's a big number. Okay, so 22.
22. Awesome.
That's a big number for Elmo.
At first, you don't see anything, and then you see a thin line that looks like it was more recently placed. Not a long time, and you quickly recognize that this is a very simple trap that people leave when they plan to come back to a space after they've kind of looted a little, but need to loot a little more later. You think you know how to disarm it. If you would like to try to, that would be a dexterity check.
I would like to, and I go, Gus, you need your magnifying glass, good sir. And I'm gonna pop all my things down, all my goggles, and I'm gonna try to undo the trap. And this is a dexterity something?
Dexterity check.
Dexterity.
I mean,
check.
you could use sleight of hand if you have sleight of hand as a proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess you could use that regardless because you have the other proficiencies that you keep forgetting to look
15.
at. Yeah, it's a very simple trap, and you quickly loosen that thread and you can follow it up. If you would like to, you can recover the parts of the trap.
Yeah.
Great. You have all the parts of a alarm trap. It would have made a ton of noise had you tripped over that.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Losing my touch.
So entering into the space, it looks like your average everyday entry. There's a little parlor off to the side, and there's a set of stairs that wind up to the next level.
Is it dark in here?
It is very dark. There is no light.
I'm going to take out little moss from my pocket and put it on the top of my magnifying glass on top of my staff and then cast light so it goes like.
Oh.
Nice little glow there, and you can see quite clearly into the space. And the parlor looks like it was definitely used as a place to entertain clients, to take messages. Or you can see a lot of bits and pieces of paper, some accounting books and such like that. So it's definitely used as an office-ish space.
I will look around the office space. Hopefully to find a missing message, but just for anything else also that's interesting.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check as you're doing this.
Investigation.
Anybody else helping? Gus.
Yeah,
and
I am.
Sniffle. All right, go ahead and roll that with advantage.
Good number.
As
Solid number.
you're looking around, you see a lot of just the detritus of a already gone over multiple times, and a lot of missing elements. You know that most messages have some sort of stamp from the sender to verify the chain of custody that each message has had, and you can see that all of those stamps have been stolen or taken by whatever previous investigations happened. You can see that all of the paperwork has been rifled through, but most of the accounting information has just been ignored. There's no sign of any of the bats or their equipment down here. This is very much as you kind of really case the space. And as time draws on, I don't know, Ulua, did you go in?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
just following behind.
As time goes on, in your search, you can hear the crowd outside is dissipating. Their initial effort to help conceal your entrance into the space being let go of right now.
I'd shut the door behind me.
Yeah, great.
Just so that at least.
But there's nothing here that really has any indications of what you're currently searching for.
Is there anything that indicates other places the bats might be?
Nothing down here, but you do have a staircase going up.
Shall we go upstairs?
The papers that indicate about the accounts, are they like strewn about, or are they collective?
They're mostly collected, but you can see that they've been looked through.
Can I just put them together and, like, as we walk up, just take a glance at them and see if there's anything that stands out as either a name I recognize or perhaps someone who a name that sounds fake or anything along those lines?
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
One message for Seymour Butts.
Investigation. Skills. 15.
Skills.
Today's number is 15.
Yeah, I think thumbing through it, it's a whole series of messages. There's one from Barry the Beef Wellington Butcher. Just sent the package. Hope it's not too rare. You see another one. This from Philomena Fingers Finch. Lost my touch with the whole thing. Need a new fence. You can see prices next to each of these. You see another one that's Chester Clackworthy. They're meeting at the Old Salty Dog tonight. Heard whispers of a high tide operation. There's another one. Vivian, the voice Nightingale. Someone's been singing like a canary. Got to find a new tune before I get caged. You see one from Bartholomew Bookworm Barnes. Look for the book with the missing page. It holds the key to the forgotten chapter. There's another one from Penelope Penny Pincher. The cost is too steep. Might have to find a cheaper way out. There's just a whole list of these types of messages, and you realize that nobody written in this ledger has a name that sounds real. Would you like me to continue?
No. I am going to hold on to them, though.
Okay. I am just going to send you that list of messages because there's no way I'm going to try to keep track of this.
Okay.
I'm actually, could you go ahead and roll an intelligence check? Maybe I can send you more than that.
Nope, that's a nat 1.
Okay. I'm not sending you this list
It's
because
fine. You're not going to send me the whole list at all?
nope. Because I think
No.
I need to torture you a little bit first.
It's okay. I know a guy who recorded it.
And that one feels like the appropriate torture, just to hold that over your head for a little bit. Okay, so you walk up the stairs.
Yes.
Fine.
I go 2 at a time.
Boink, 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 boink. The next level up, you can see that there's a little bit of a food prep area, kitchen situation. There's also a dining table, and in the far corner, a little bed, and the stairs continue up.
I'm gonna.
Can I do
search-
just a quick, search around on this level?
Yeah, go ahead.
like
either
looking
of
for
I
wanna look
chests and
for-
things?
I want to look for secret rooms, secret drawers, secret hidden things like that.
Okay, go ahead and do your investigation check for that.
I will look for non-secret drawers and secret rooms and non-hidden things.
Great. Go ahead and roll your for that. Ulua, because of your nat 1, you're now obsessed with figuring out these messages.
I
I would like you to roll an intelligence saving throw.
Eric.
Yeah.
I rolled a that one also on my
Oh,
recent
no.
investigation check.
Oh, this is so perfect. Just give me a second. Seraphina, what'd you get?
Unnatural 20.
It's even better. Ulua,
Well,
what'd
it
you
would have
get?
been better if I got a nat 20, but got unnatural.
I got 5.
Man, I'm such a
Yes.
good investigator.
Seraphina, you're looking around carefully, checking the edges of things, checking for, there's always that floorboard that's a little loose and other things like that. And you watch as Gus just kind of walks through, not paying very much attention, and you watch a floorboard just really do as he walks over it, really bending way more than it should. Gus doesn't seem to notice. And you hear Ulua going, what the heck has anything to do with Beatrice, Buzz, Bumble, and the hive is stirring? What does this mean? And between those two doing their thing, you have spotted a hidden compartment in the floor.
I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna get on the floor like this and check it out. See if try to find the mechanics of it. See if there's like a hinge
With a natural
or if
20,
it's just to pick it up.
which a natural 20, you just looking at it, you're like, oh yeah, slide it this way.
She had a
Clicks.
dirty 20.
And then it
I had a
opens.
dirty 20, yeah.
Oh, it was a dirty 20? Well, it's still
Dirty 20.
with a 20, regardless.
We're level 3, whatever.
It clicks, slides to the side, and you see a little space with a little book.
I'm gonna pick it up and roll on my back and kick my legs up and read through it.
Yeah, you see a bunch of addresses.
I'm gonna start reading out the addresses like Dory from Finding Nemo. And just be like, I found a book.
Yeah, so Seraphina sitting there reading off a bunch of names and addresses. Gus kind of looking around trying to find things. Ulua just staring at these lists, becoming more and more irritated with them. With a 5,
Gus is over like,
I need you
where
to make
is
another
42
intelligence
Wallaby
saving
Way?
throw, but you're going to take a point of exhaustion just because of the mental anguish of not being able to figure this out, Ulua. So before you take the point of exhaustion, if you
Going
roll
hard
less than a
in this
10, that's
campaign.
what's going to happen to you. But if you roll higher than a 15,
11 or
you will
more.
find success at least.
What?
So
what-
you have a
wait,
choice here. 10 or lower, point of exhaustion. 15 or higher, and you actually figure something out, taking the next step. And then you have the safety zone in between. I like.
So wait, I
just,
have
like,
to pick
setting
one, or
it-
that's just the frame.
That's just the frame.
That's the frame.
Okay, and I'm just rolling a straight d20, right? Not
Rolling
anything?
in, it's an intelligence check.
check
Saving
or saving throw.
Saving
Okay.
throw.
Doesn't matter. It's the same number. $13.
You're able
That's
to put
good.
it away.
That's good.
You're able to not obsess over this. You feel like something in that book, though, has. It's got to be code for something. If you could just
in the
figure it
book
out.
or the pages?
In the pages, the information that you
Okay.
were seeing,
Okay.
the messages. And as you kind of break free of that, Gus, I would love for you to roll a intelligence saving throw as well.
$13.
Oh, perfect. All you needed to get was above a 10, but you barely stop yourself as you're just kind of bumbling around and not paying enough attention to what you're trying to pay attention to. You barely stop yourself from stepping on a small bat that is sleeping on the floor. Its wing is broken.
Oh,
Can I-
no.
Can I lean down and pick it up?
Yeah.
Gently?
Yes, you can.
I'd like to do that.
And Ulua, in this moment where you see Gus suddenly stop and pause and then bend down to scoop something up, you hear the addresses that Seraphina is sharing. And they sound interesting, familiar, and you start to feel your mind slide back towards the obsession just a little bit. You're able to hold it off, but you feel your mind slide back towards the obsession with the other book that you have.
$7.52 Coconut Way.
Seraphina. Found something.
You did?
It's a little.
You were walking around like you didn't know what you were doing.
It's a little bat.
A bat?
He's hurt.
Oh no!
Who's a good little bat?
Oh! I can talk to it. I'm gonna go up to it and I'm gonna twist one of my little runes on my horns and cast Speak with Animals. And I'm gonna go, "Hello, little friend. I am Seraphina. Gus is the one who picked you up. I'm not the best." Whoop!
Your spell cast.
I liked it. My spell makes noises.
Oh, I thought that was the doorbell.
I'm not the best at healing little bats, but I could try to help your wing until we can find someone who can actually help you.
No,
I mean-
don't hurt me anymore. No.
Who
Oh,
hurt
gonna-
you?
I'm going to cast Healing Word.
Ooh. Ooh. You're casting it on the bat, right?
Yes.
You all hear an audible snap as a bat wing's bone is placed back into the right place. But it's just a bat. Doesn't take much to heal it. Don't even roll the health for it.
Okay.
It's only got those many hit points. Your lowest cast of that spell is as many hit points as it has.
Okay.
And you just see Seraphina, you see it go, oh, who's the goddess who did that? That was good.
Oh, that's Ulua. She's the pretty one over there.
Where? I don't see any pretty ones.
And I point directly at Ulua. That one.
She's naked. So are you.
What do you? No, I'm
So
not.
is he. You're all part
No,
of
we're
those
not.
naked people tribes.
What?
That master was the only one who wasn't naked. He had the most luxurious facial covering.
What?
I used to crawl up
what kind of
inside of
covering?
it and get all cozy. It smelled like... Well, it smelled like whatever he had eaten recently.
Do you mean, and I take my hair and I'm gonna put it on my face to make like a beard.
Oh, you have a glorious one as well. Oh, let me nuzzle up into that business. Oh, yours does not smell the same.
Oh, I don't,
It smells like her. and it points its nose in the direction of Ulua.
I have a beard.
Oh yeah, Gus does have a beard.
Oops.
Yours is
Retcon.
not good enough.
It's too little. It's not enough to cling to.
Pretty big beard, come on.
Yeah,
Oh,
but not
bushy
compared to
beard.
my beard. So, guys, the Batmaster had a beard. That's all I got so far. You want me to tell her it? Oh, excuse me. Do you have a
Yeah.
name?
I'm a bat. You can call me whatever you want to call me.
What is it with animals and not having names? You know, you're the second animal I've met that didn't have a name.
And
Well,
names are
he
for
did have a
sentience,
name.
and I'm not into it.
Okay,
It's too much thought.
okay. The bat does not have a name. It takes too much thought to have a name, which it does not have.
Does it know anything about the missing messages?
Do you know anything about the missing messages? Oh, or who killed your master? Like what happened?
All I know is I came back for the treats after being carried off to get that thing tied to me that's got ripped off by that horrible creature. That horrible, horrible creature. It almost killed me, you know. Maybe it did kill me, and this is the other side, where the sonar don't ping and the light never shines. Except there's that bright light in the room on the little person's little stick. Is it gonna beat me with a stick?
No,
Stick
no,
doesn't
no.
have any bristles on it, so I don't think so. But it's got something else weird on it.
So you weren't here for the murder, but you said a creature attacked you? What kind of a creature?
A horrible creature. Claws like death. Those things that those creatures have, which we all know. Deceptive and quiet. Big eyes and a head that spins round and round.
So, this one was attacked, and it might have been the brat that the thing we found. Well, we didn't find it, but that I'm pausing because I'm thinking of the correct name because I have 5 names in my brain.
I'm not telling you.
Sticky Beak. Yay! I was like, wait, I'm so lost. This bat was carrying a message, and a monster attacked it when its head would spin all around and around and around. And so maybe this was the bat that was carrying the thing that they had.
Was it an owl?
Did the thing that attacked you have big wings? Did it also fly?
Well, of course, how else could it catch me? I'm too limber and able to move to ever be caught by anything less than the horrible creatures that say who?
It was definitely an owl.
I'm gonna take out my bag of holding and take out a pad and then a little brush and a little paint and just do an outline of an owl and just hold it up like this.
Roll a performance check.
Can I aid in this performance check by going, oh, not that bad, because you're a good painter.
As
You
may
can
have,
you can aid in giving Gus better feelings in a moment, maybe, but no,
Okay,
that will not
I
work
tried,
for
Gus.
that purpose.
as you may have expected, it was a 10, which is about Gus' level.
Okay, yeah. So this childish scrawl of an owl, and the bat creature just looks at this two-dimensional representation. I don't know what that is.
Just put it away.
Ah, wait. Give it back. Can I do some, fancy origami to like do a 3D bat and then go like, hoo hoo,
Owl.
hoo 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 hoo.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a performance check of a 3D bat.
Bat or owl?
I
mean,
heard
owl,
what I heard.
Owl. No.
All right.
The bat falls in love with the origami bat.
This wouldn't be
Oh,
some fancy like tinkering thing.
Sure.
A performance.
Roll a performance check, taking your tinkering to the dark side now.
13.
I mean, the DC has changed because of the multiple attempts to represent an owl. The folding that you do, it's a little bit like when I first made a paper crane. It's in the realm.
I can imagine.
Yeah. What? Y'all are crazy. Oh, thanks for healing me. I should be on my way. Stretches out its wings.
The bat's gonna leave. If you have
Where's
any
it-
other
where's
questions.
it
Can he-
going to go?
How long has it been since they came back and their master was gone?
How long has it been since? Okay, 2 questions. How long has it been since your master? Wait, what? Hold on.
Was
Hold on.
killed?
Ulua, what?
How long has it been since they noticed their master was killed or gone since they returned?
How long has it been since you noticed that your master was gone? And where are you going?
Well, I was attacked horrifically, and then I stayed up in the tower, as we normally do. And eventually, realizing no aid was in sight, no treat was for me, I crawled my way down the stairs, down to here, and found no one and nothing, just a mess where my treat givers' treats used to be. Luckily, on the way down, I finally tore off that horrific remnant that probably saved my life.
Well, how long ago did you crawl down here?
It might be days. It might be weeks.
Huh.
I don't
Well,
know.
where are you going?
I feel faint. But with that burst of love given to me by your naked friend over there, I think I'm ready to fly away. Find a new treat giver.
Does it know where it was when the message was taken?
Do you remember where you were when you got attacked?
Oh, yes. Exactly. And for the right inducement, yes, I'll do what you're thinking.
What am I thinking?
You know, and I know.
Will it take us there if we give it some treats?
Well, you want treats in exchange for taking us there?
Oh, you know the way to my heart. Yes, if you have any of those fine delicacies known as mosquitoes, candied upon the sugars of happiness, I will be your slave.
Okay. I will let you know that I'm not gonna be able to talk to you much longer. But we're gonna get you treats if you'll just show us where to go.
Let me nestle up in your beard and we'll be here forever.
Okay. I'm gonna take the bat and put it in my hair. Just. So the bat wants sugar-coated mosquitoes in exchange for taking us to where?
All right. I would
The
like to
attack happened.
investigate again for bat treats. Either this
Ooh,
floor or the one
smart.
upstairs.
Is there, and I turn to Seraphina, is there a place where the bats are kept? I mean, it doesn't look like there's a cage down here.
There's a tower. And I like lift my hair. I go, "Where's the tower?"
There's a staircase, right?
Yes, there is a staircase
Yeah.
that you've all seen that continues up.
I'm gonna head that way while you look for.
Okay, Gus, go ahead and roll a perception check, I think, at this point.
All these dice go in the garbage.
You spot a treat bag, but it looks like it's been exhausted. Possibly, well, there's a few limbs of insectoid varietal, but not much else. A wing or two.
I'm gonna like pour out whatever I can into my hand and then like give it to the little bat because it's probably hungry.
Ulua, you have walked up the stairs and you are in a space that previously definitely held a lot of bats. The smell in here is pungent.
Okay.
Something about the doorway as you came into this space must repel the scent and keep it out of the rest of the building.
Okay.
Maybe this room in general is enchanted with a nice little local charm to keep smells at bay, because you can see guano on the floor. You can also see a nice barrel set aside that has a lot of guano piled into it, more than is even on the floor. And you kind of get the sense that there's probably like a little bit of a secondary line of business providing the necessary for gardeners.
I get two things. I want to look and see if there's any bags of treats up here.
Okay, what's the other thing?
And then I would like to know if there's anything else besides guano, like footprints, anything.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check if you're just looking around.
And I'm not gonna taste it or anything. Investigation or perception? Would you say perception?
Perception.
15. Again.
As you look around, you can see there's the guano all around. You can see footprints based in it. You can also see where there's some type of receptacle for treats, but it's barren, like picked clean. You're guessing that the other bats that were here, because that's the other thing you find in evidence, is there were a lot of bats here. They broke into and ate what was available, and then getting no more sustenance, moved on into the night. The other thing you can see here is a lot of the little full, not broken harnesses that the bats would have equipped to them before transporting messages. And in that process of kind of cataloging and seeing all this, you also see one little scrap of leather hanging on by a splinter. And dangling from that little piece of leather is a message.
Ooh. I grab it. And try not to slip on the guano.
I would like to walk upstairs and while she's doing whatever she's doing, I'm just gonna like get some vials out from my bag of holding and just collect back guano for spellcasting materials.
Okay,
later.
cool. You read the message. The message says, from Reginald Specs Spectacles, optician. Everything seems a little fuzzy. Need someone with a sharper eye to take a look. I need you to roll another intelligence saving throw.
Oh, that's much better than last time. Intelligence saving throw. 18.
Oh, that is so much better. That is excitingly better. Your brain does the beautiful mind thing as all these pieces just flow in and out of your mind, and you suddenly put together not just this message, but all the messages. They all make sense now. And in this particular one, you understand the interpretation to be there's unclear information, and sharper eye specifically suggests needing help solving a puzzle.
Brain blast!
Ha!
And applying that brain moment as you echo later what the Kenku investigator had already shared to find this location, it translates across all those messages, and suddenly you have the interpretation of each of those messages as well.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. I like the torture part first.
I know you do.
Could I get everybody to roll a perception check?
Oh no. We've been here too long.
Ba-ba-bam.
Whoa!
Ooh,
14.
18.
Plus. I gotta give you my plus.
I turned my dice tray 180 and then I rolled high. Is that weird?
That might be the problem that you've had all this time. Ulua, what did you get at
24.
14? Shoot.
14.
14, 18, and 24. Okay.
With a natural 20.
Let's call this Ulua is kind of like immersed in like seeing these translations, and her beautiful mind thing is happening in this point. Gus, you are up a level from where Seraphina is, and so you
Just collecting the
faintly
poops.
hear a noise below, and maybe a little bit of your brain attributes it to Seraphina, but then you're like, wait, that's actually even lower. Seraphina, you clearly hear from below a voice kind of quietly calling out and saying, all right, team, spread out. We gotta find what we can find.
I immediately look to Ulua and try to get Gus's attention, and I'm gonna try to
They're
do.
upstairs. You're downstairs.
I'm
You're on the-
downstairs.
You're on the middle
They
floor.
went
on the
up
top.
and
You're on the middle level and we're up in
I
the
thought
tower.
Ulua was with me.
No.
I'm gonna try to sneak my way to the next floor up.
Roll your sneaky sneakerness.
Okay. Okay, sneaky McSneakerson. And that's, I assume that would be stealth?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sneakersness is definitely your stealth check.
For some reason, my brain went to, no, that's sleight of hand. And I was like, my other part of my brain was like, no, it's not.
Not in this
So I
case.
got confused.
If you're trying to pickpocket someone sneakily, that would be sleight of hand.
10?
Creak goes the step, and suddenly the voice from below and the sounds from below, you can tell, has gone silent. Just to put this to you, Seraphina, only you, because you're the only one aware of this at this moment. Gus might have a little bit of an inkling, and Gus, you definitely heard the creak of the stair below. But you know that there are big players interested in this situation. People from the Hall of Council, maybe from the Ascendant, who knows? And they want to protect their resources. But you also have to protect a witness in your hair and figure out how to get your friends safely out of here. You could confront those below, putting yourself and those you're protecting in danger, or you could figure out a way to get you and your friends out of there.
Okay.
It's all on you, Seraphina, in this moment. Nobody else there to make a decision. Nobody else there to help you. The creak of
Wow,
the
that sucks.
stair giving you away to potential death.
Certain.
Oh my god. I have no idea. I'm gonna... Do I know, because I feel like Seraphina would know, if I still have the ability to speak to the animal?
Yeah, you know you have like a minute left on that. It's about to be
Okay.
over.
I'm gonna tell the bat to fly upstairs to go find the one with the small beard that it didn't like. And I am going to go to my spells. Okay. And I'm gonna cast at the first level, because that's all I got. A snare right at the top of the stairs. And then I'ma hide
On the level that you're on.
on the level that I'm on.
Okay. The bat flies up. You are going to try to hide, so you need to roll another stealth check.
Okay. That's +4, I think. Yes. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Okay, you feel well ensconced in the darkness. Gus, you heard the squeak, and then you hear a whole bunch more squeaking as a small mammalian winged creature comes flying at your face. How do you react to the bat, seemingly, from all appearances, about to attack you?
I am going to hold up my hand and hope it lands on it.
It flutters straight.
Protect me!
It's straight for your face. Claws and teeth grabbing onto your beard and ripping a little bit as it tries to find a hold on your silky smooth beard.
It's not that silky smooth. It's a little unkempt. I'm gonna be like, okay, buddy. All right. Calm down. You're okay now. I'm here and I'm your friend. And it's barking at me.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll a second perception check, Gus and Ulua.
11.
Which Gus was very much distracted by a bat trying to find hold on his beard. It's a little bit bigger than your face, so it's really hard for it to get a good grip in there. There's not enough hair for it, or enough face.
14.
14. You didn't hear the squeak, you didn't hear all of that, but at this point you do hear a harsh shh that comes from further down below. Seraphina, you also hear this because they're like mere feet away from where you cast your spell. You've been able to see them crawling up, and it's a fairly decent sized band of individuals. I would love for you to go ahead and roll a perception check.
Perception. Okay. Perception. Okay. Pew, 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 pew.
Jesus!
+4. 24. No, but it's my second natural. My third. This is the dice, everyone. Admire it.
Okay,
Can I
with that
have it?
admiration, your brain has its own moment of genius now. As you sit there and go, wait, 2 weeks ago, that guy who answered the door when Ulua had been trying to get to the person we were trying to get to, the stage manager, this was the person who answered the door. One of the people in the, there's 5 people, and one of those people is that individual. But you can see now they're not dressed as a door person. They're dressed in the garment of a thief, of a rogue.
I was bamboozled. Oh, rude.
I'm still hiding.
I'm going to have to do some checks to see if they spring your trap. So what is the save?
I don't know if it's too late, but I was gonna get a crossbow out too.
Okay, yeah, you can be ready with your crossbow.
Okay.
Would you
Save
have used your
is-
crossbow before they step across your spell or after?
After.
Okay. Well, let me see if they make their saves.
Okay, so spell, snare. It's a dexterity save of 14.
Okay. 3 of them would have made their saves. But 2 of them definitely were not. And as they were moving as a unit, they trigger the spell. What does the spell do? What does snare do? Your snare. What does your snare do? Snare do.
Wow, what does my snare do? Oh my gosh, I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Maybe like a magical like just gearbox, just like cute. Boom.
So they didn't make their dexterity saving throw for this. So the first individual in the group of creatures, because it can only capture one creature, gets hoisted upside down by your little gearbox as it's like wound around and sucked up into towards the ceiling. And they're hanging upside down 3 feet above the stair tread that the spell was cast on. And they will be restrained until the spell ends. As far as I know, your spell, this one was it lasts for a minute. It took a minute for you to cast it. It lasts for 8 hours. I don't know what that even means for this. Use a little bit of rope, so just be aware of all those pieces having gone into it. But you now can see one of them is trapped upside down, and the others kind of step back, nervous and looking around very closely. And what was your stealth check?
24.
Okay. None of them appear to see you.
Oh yeah.
But they are trying to figure out how to help their friend down. And they're trying to be very quiet about it because they are aware that there's somebody here now.
Okay. Choose, deal an extra 1d6. Okay. I would like to... it's gonna give my position away. I'm taking one for the team! I'm gonna shoot my crossbow at the smallest of the one, and I'm hoping I have sneak attack, because I don't know where I am.
You do have sneak attack. They don't know where you are. And which one are you aiming at?
Whichever one is the smallest. No,
Ooh.
biggest. No, smallest.
Ooh. Go ahead and roll the attack with advantage because it is sneak attack.
Whiplash.
22 to hit.
That hits.
Roll the
Roll
17.
your sneak attack damages.
Okay.
Better hit. Jeez.
Need this, and I need 12 points of damage.
Okay, so you rolled a D8. You rolled a D6 for the sneak attack.
Yep. And then I have plus 3.
Okay, great. Just making sure you rolled enough dice.
Yes.
Go ahead and you watch as one of them falls down the stairs, knocked over by the quarrel of your crossbow bolt. Alive or dead, you don't know. But they immediately spring into action seeing you, and I need you to roll initiative.
Initiative!
Gasundison and Ulua, the noises below are such that you are aware something has gone down the stairs in a very tumbly sort of way.
I also...
Seraphina might have tumbled, who knows? But you know that something has gone down below. A bat flew up, and there was a tumble down the stairs.
I'm gonna... You stay here. I say to Gus. You stay here. You have the only clue that we really have on you, literally. So, just either find a place to tuck it away, or, but not in that bag, and
Not in the guano bag.
Are you talking about not in my bag of holding?
Yes.
Oh, that,
Why not?
That too. I think all of you would be aware of suffocation.
And I'll give a signal if I need your help.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to start, not, I guess sneaking down the stairs, but like as fast as I possibly can.
Okay. So I need
I
you to
feel-
roll
I-
initiative.
Okay. I
Yeah,
feel
you
like
get a choice. You can either try to be super sneaky, or you can actually like get there in time to be part of initiative.
I'm gonna try to sneak because I feel like she's slipped out of a bedroom or whatever a time or two and pulled
Okay.
a Cinderella.
Well, if you're trying to be sneaky, you're not going to be in initiative.
Okay.
And I will tell you when or if you get to be in initiative.
Okay.
Okay. Seraphina, what did you get for your initiative roll?
12.
12. You got your little surprise round. That's awesome. You got one hanging upside down and one has tumbled down the stairs. So you've reduced to 3.
Yeah.
But all 3 of them roll higher initiative than you did.
Are there
Oh,
cages?
snap.
Are there cages up here?
No, it's a bat Belfry situation. And he seems to have been the open range style of bat caretaker. So I need you to tell me, does a 12 hit?
Does a 12 hit? No.
A crossbow bolt goes swinging by as they return fire. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Another crossbow quarrel buries itself in your shoulder off to the side a little bit, impairing and hurting your arm a tiny bit, but that is going to be 6 points of damage.
Ouchie wawa.
Does a 14 hit?
No.
Another quarrel kind of glances off one of your mechanical contraptions, having just deflected it just enough. And now it is your turn, Seraphina.
Okay. So, let me go to my actions.
Larissa, did you roll a stealth check yet?
Yes.
What did you get?
18.
Awesome. They didn't perceive you yet. Oh, there's the one upside down. Maybe they'll perceive you. They'll have to do it with disadvantage, though. They definitely didn't see you, but they did nat 20 on one of their disadvantaged rolls. Could have been good.
Okay.
Could have been good. Would have been good. Should have been good. Turned out not to be.
Can you let me know when I will be able
I
to
will.
see all
I
of
will.
them versus
Oh, versus just a few of them?
well, when I can see at least, I guess, most of them before I would be noticed. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, being sneaky, it slows you down a bit, though. So just I'll
Understand.
let you know when you can see anybody.
Yeah.
Seraphina.
Okay. I want to use my movement to run over. And I would like to make an attack with my sickle. But my sickle has green flame blade attached to it. Which means that I make the attack, and on a hit, the target will suffer the normal effects, but then green fire will leap to another target of my choosing and takes fire damage equal to my spellcasting ability.
Great.
So that's
Go
what
ahead and
I'd
roll
like
your
to do.
attack to see if you even hit.
Okay. 17?
That hits.
Yes.
Now roll your
Okay.
1d4 plus 1 plus 4 to the second, or actually not plus 4, to the second target.
Yeah.
We'll do the plus 4.
Yeah. So, oh yeah. Good, great. That's gonna be
Hurt your back.
+1. Oh my god. So 2. 2 points.
you get up close to this individual and you can see their face a little bit grizzled. This is an individual who's clearly like a mercenary sort. Just their work is beating up people and getting money out of them. They're a thug. And you poke them with your sickle, slicing on them. A minimal amount of blood comes, but then you watch as the green flame just leaps to another individual next to them, just behind them, and you can see that this person, they wear a white mask, and as the flame jumps to them, it singes away part of their mask, and you can see pale skin below, and they turn and make as if they're going to be running away. But the person closest to you just growls as this cut that you've made with your sickle causes them to begin bleeding a little.
And then for a bonus attack, do I still get that second attack?
Yeah, you're using your
two.
bonus action to weapon fighting. Do you have a dagger or something, or a
Yeah,
second sickle,
I
or whatever
have-
you have?
Inventory. Yes, I have a small knife.
Okay, you take your little dagger and you go to stab. Roll that attack.
I go.
Steady, steady.
Stab. Exactly. But yeah. Action. 13.
Okay. 13 misses is this grizzled individual. That's who you're trying to stab with the dagger?
Yeah.
As they just back off just enough and barely miss getting scored upon once again. And as that happens, their turn comes again. The individual with the mask turns and darts down the stairs saying, "Kill her and anyone she brought with her." And
I'm still not down the stairs.
you're still not down the stairs. There's a choice: quick and loud, or slow and sneaky.
Well, do I hear that person like retreating?
Roll a perception check, because there's a lot of noises down there. They're engaged in battle. Being able to determine that might be a little
Nope,
harder.
that's a nat one.
Yeah, you think there's a sound up above you. Maybe you should run back up. Maybe there's somebody coming in from above. I don't know. Jess, well, that definitely is going to hit. 19 it was a natural 19, so I'm guessing that hits.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 6 more points of daggery damage,
Oh. Ow.
and I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no! Poison. Da-da-da.
Dun, dun, dun!
Constitution
Wait, people
saving
sneaking in the night in a magically infused world might have poison on their daggers? Oh,
Oh
Snapple.
god. That's gonna be a solid 5.
You are poisoned. You take
Oh, no.
1 point of poison damage, but you do have the poisoned condition.
Poisoned.
Poisoned.
While this is happening, can I take my hat off and put the bat from my beard onto my hair, and then put the hat over the bat?
Yes. I feel like in a few moments, the like what at this point, 12 seconds that have transpired, you could probably convince the bat to do that.
Okay.
Um,
And then I'm gonna run down the stairs. So whenever that
Blows
is,
past Ulua.
whenever that is appropriate.
do. Well, we'll get to that because 12 seconds of bat putting away is still, this round is still going on for that. And the other attack, because there's only 2 attacks at you right now, comes from the former door person. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
You're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as they use a truncheon to smack you.
Ow.
Okay. At this point, Seraphina, just as you're about to go for a follow-up attack, Ulua, you make sight of Seraphina and one individual hanging from magical nothingness and rope. 2 figures standing right in front of Seraphina, and she's bleeding. They're bleeding. There's all sorts of stuff going on along those lines.
They're bleeding.
Ulua, could you go ahead and roll your initiative to see if you're going to be
Sure.
going before Seraphina, after her, or after the creatures, or whatever?
Ooh. Ooh.
Will my sewer trash
19?
get a second chance? Okay, you will be ahead of the sewer trash.
Woo!
But you will be after Seraphina, I think. But no, go ahead and take a turn now.
Okay.
But it would have taken most of your movement to get down here, so just be aware that you're like, wherever you position yourself, you won't have movement afterwards.
And I only see 3 people.
Yes, you see one hanging upside down, and 2 who are clearly getting stabby with Seraphina.
How close are they all together? Are they clumped? Are they...
Yeah, they're all clumped up with Seraphina.
Okay, can I cast Cloud of Daggers just out of reach of Seraphina?
You can, you won't hit the person who's hanging upside down
Okay.
to place it appropriately.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. 4D.
Cloud of daggers. She casts.
That's 10 points of damage.
Let me really quickly. Okay, so they take 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time, or on a turn, or starts its turn there.
Mm-hmm.
So they have not started their turn there. You've just cast this on their turn. They will take that damage. Can you write that down so we don't forget how much they take that when on their turn?
Okay. Yeah.
Because they're going to get hit by it because they're going to start their turns in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just need to keep track of that. Seraphina, your turn.
Okay.
So it's spell mechanics wise, Seraphina, just like the rules of ridiculous D&D, you can go in and do stabby and get up in their space, but as long as you end your turn outside of the cloud of daggers, you won't be affected by it. You can go stabby, but if you go in and stay there, you're gonna get stabbied because you'll enter the spell area's effect.
I would like to point my finger and cast Hellish Rebuke
Awesome.
at the 2nd level.
You have a spell slot for that left?
Oh, I don't.
Darn.
Dang it, never mind. I have the
Are you
spell,
using-
but not the spell slot.
Are you using it as your tiefling ability?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're using it as your tiefling ability, you get 1 cast of it per day without having to use a spell slot for that.
That's what I'm doing. And I'm doing it on the gruff one.
Okay.
On the gruff.
So it'll only be cast at the
11.
first level because it is cast at your,
fine.
whatever you call it thing.
Yep.
And go ahead and tell me, is there a save or? I'm not seeing your Hellish
Dex of
Rebuke.
11.
Okay. Well, they not one. So roll the damage. By the way, in the future, Jess, you can use it as a reaction. So when they hit you, you can just use it.
Oh.
But
Learning.
This is going to be pretty heinous right now anyways.
Yeah. 20. I rolled 2 10s.
Describe to me how Hellish Rebuke disintegrates someone.
I feel like Seraphina doesn't lean into her tiefling side too much, but this definitely does, and I feel like it starts at the tip of her horns, and it lights up, and it goes into her head and down her arm and out her finger.
And what does it do as it kills this individual?
Oh, it melts them like in Wizard of Oz and the Witch. Just melt.
Dear
Horrified.
Sticky Beak.
the horrified, a puddle of what used to be a person, molten and oozing to their toes. The door person stares at you in shock. Before, how much damage was it, Ulua?
10.
Before being sliced into 100 pieces by a cloud of daggers that continues hovering there until Ulua lets go of it or moves it up to destroy the person hanging upside down. So that's really up to you, Ulua. What do you want to do?
So that guy's gone too?
It's up to you. Do you want to move the cloud of daggers up into their space and...
No, is the door guy
Oh, the door
dead?
guy totally standing in your cloud of daggers toast.
Okay. I guess yes. Well, actually, no. As a free action, I was gonna say, talk or you'll share the same fate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gus, you come down just as you hear Ulua say, talk or you will share the same fate. You see a puddle of what used to be person, a sliced up corpse of somebody, and an individual hanging upside down from the ceiling.
There's not anybody else left except for the hanging guy?
Well, one person was knocked down the stairs that you don't know about by a crossbow bolt. We don't know what happened to them. And one person ran away or ran off after telling them to take care of her and such. So there's only these people currently in front of you that you can see. The puddled up person, the sliced up person, and the upside down person. And your two colleagues.
Is there a window? Can I see the guy running?
Oh, you're on a floor above, so even if you could see out the window, which is like further back by like you got the kitchen area from the stairs, and then further, that's pretty far back there. So you would have to walk.
Okay, I will just wait on the stairs then, I guess. Just see what happens.
Okay. Let's see. Ulua, could you roll a intimidation check?
$15
All right. So
again.
they rolled a little higher. What is with 15 is you? They
I
rolled
don't know.
definitely a little bit higher on their roll here. You hear them say, "For the ascended," and then you hear a popping, cracking noise as they crunch their own teeth
Ah.
and they swallow.
Would it have been my turn or no?
That was their turn. Now it is your turn to do what you would like.
I drop the cloud of daggers and I turn to Seraphina and I say, was there anyone else?
Yeah. One I hit with a crossbow and they fell down the stairs, and there was another guy with a mask and I melted half of his mask off and he was like really pale, and he ran out and he said, "Kill her and whoever else is with her." Something along those lines.
I'm gonna head down the stairs.
Do I have time to say anything to that guy before he dies from his cyanide pill or whatever it was?
Yeah.
I just want to be like, we didn't know who you worked for, stupid. And then just like walk away.
Ulua, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw as you try to cross the puddle of bodies. This is a stairway with
bodies. It's the
one
name of my
puddled
punk band.
body and one super cut up body and one stabby body. Because
Sorry, it's a
Seraphina's been busy here.
what?
Oh,
Check?
and one poison dripping body. But
I would
they're
also
still
like to
hung
look out the window now. If there's a window, I would like to walk
Yeah.
over to it and look
Okay.
and see if I can see the guy running away.
up. Okay.
A what
So-
check?
Dexterity check. Dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw.
Yeah. Just make sure you
Ooh,
don't.
21.
Yeah, you don't slide down the stairs. You use the banister to
Hello!
not stepping in people, whatever form they currently reside within.
Oh, God.
And you're able to slide down the stairs. You see another body sprawled out, and you see a knife cut straight across the throat, in addition to the quarrel sticking out of their chest. Gus, by the time you get to the window and look out, you can see a small figure darting off into the distance. And catching sight of them, you see them look back before, poof, they disappear in a spell that you're aware of from your time dealing with people like this. It looks like they used a dimensional door.
Oh.
I was definitely gonna magic missile that dude in the back as he was running, but never mind.
You have that already?
I have a ring that has it. Or a
Ah.
wand. Sorry, a wand. A wand that has it.
I'm gonna
Just gonna pet my hat.
just double check. I'm gonna go through the pockets of the person that's down on the first floor
Yeah,
to see if they have any identifying information or anything on
roll
them.
your investigation check. Oh, we're out of combat, by the way.
Investigation.
I'm gonna start running out. Dear Sticky Beak.
We have killed more
We have killed
people.
a bunch more people. Sorry for the inconvenience.
For
People
it.
keep trying
for
to
it.
kill us.
It's a 12.
It actually wasn't me. I was upstairs the whole time with
Looking
my friend.
through their pockets, while you hear above you, Gasunda, not really realizing that Gus was actually orating out loud as he was writing this down, and you're hearing this. Oh crap! We got to deal with these bodies somehow. You come across some money. There's a small amount of gold in their pockets. You
Ooh,
also
money.
they have what looks like what you would take out with you if you were going out for lunch or something like that. Just a regular day's food in change and such like that. So they've got like 12 gold pieces. This person also has a few different weapons of various sorts. They look a little bit like the furtive ones that you can tuck away pretty easily, shivs and such like that, more homemade than actual fine weaponry. And you see a small little badge in one of their pockets.
I look at it closer.
Yes. It looks like an embroidered badge. The symbol on it appears to be pretty, like it's black and white. It's pretty simple. It looks like there's like a shield shape with that pointed bottom shield. I don't know what those are called. And a little bit, if you look really, really closely, of silver thread mixed in with the black thread.
Do I recognize it?
Go ahead and roll a history check with disadvantage. See if you've
Oh, disadvantage. What did I do to you?
nothing, but it would be really hard based on the background you gave me for you to run across these people.
Okay.
A kite shield?
Yeah, kite shield. That's what those are called, aren't they?
Are you okay? Buffy's losing her mind. Sorry, this was which check?
History check.
History. 12. The other one was a 19, you stinker.
Yeah, you don't recognize this in relationship to any of the ascended spaces. This must be some local group that does the bidding of the ascended. There's a lot of different groups that do that sort of thing. Or it could be an entirely different group that is trying to cast doubt on the ruling powers. But you do not recognize this one.
Okay, I'm gonna pocket the gold and bring the badge up to show everybody else.
Okay.
And as I make my way up the stairs, I'm gonna try to prestidigitation on the puddle and see if it works.
You begin to prestidigitate the puddle of body, and you just tear out more molecules of the body's puddle and make it mingle with the fabric in some sort of grotesque dance. It does separate from the floor temporarily for a moment, but you can only handle so much at once before it goes back into the floor.
It was worth a shot.
So your little
Gross.
Gross.
is echoed by
I only do it like once or twice to see what the just out of like a morbid curiosity. I make my way back up. We should I guess I'm assuming they're all part of this group, and I hold up the badge and then I hand it over to Gus. I say, do you recognize it at all in your experience?
Do I?
roll a history check. No disadvantage.
And then as he's doing that, I'm going to turn to Seraphina and go, I think we need to write Sticky Beak a note.
Ooh. 19.
Ooh.
19. You recognize the shield shape, the fabric, and that silver thread, and you realize that there's something else hidden in the center of it, and you know that there are 3 choices of what that center thing could be. You know that it's either going to be a skull, a clenched fist, or a moth.
Okay.
The way to find out what it is requires something you don't have here, and you, like, thinking back to what your mentor actually said a long time ago about some of the cults in the city. It's one of 3, and the only way to reveal the symbol at the center is to be in the location where those cults meet.
This is the symbol of a cult. I'm not sure which one. It's difficult to tell between them unless you're in the places where they congregate. Then the symbol something else would show up in the middle that would determine which cult it's for.
You said you rolled a 19 total?
Mm-hmm.
I think you would also know that the easiest one to test for is the moth.
I could test it, try to find out which one.
Yeah.
Would have to try to find some of the cult places.
Yeah, there's a temple to a goddess that is easy to test that one out.
I will tell them that as well.
Okay, well, I guess the next question is, do we contact Sticky Beak and stay here? Or do we...
I think we should get as far from here as possible and then contact Sticky Beak in case the watch shows up.
Okay.
Unless we want to try to handle this on the up and up, but nothing we've been investigating seems to be on the up and up.
Okay, well, I guess, should we check and see if there's a back door, or...
As you've climbed up the building and you got to the floor where the bats were, there weren't any other entrances or exits. Bad fire code here. So you're pretty aware that there's not another entrance or exit unless it is to climb up on the roof through the bat tower.
I mean, and I look down in my somewhat, not quite stiletto heel boots, but...
Not exactly roof running material.
Right, exactly. I guess maybe we take a peek out the front and see if anyone's watching. What time? Can I tell what time of day it is now?
It's gotten a little bit later. You've been in the building for a little bit longer. It's definitely dark outside. Okay. But you can still hear when you get quiet enough, and with the sound of battle behind you, you can still hear the sounds of people passing by outside and eating. The donut seller seems to be particularly verbose in their attempts to sell more donuts.
Let's just go.
Okay, maybe you should put out your light, or it will draw.
I'll put out the
attention.
light and I'll take the bat and I would like put him inside my coat right here and then like let him hang out. Maybe if he wants to hang on my beard a little bit, he can.
Every time it tries to reach up and grasp your beard, it's just not enough for it to grasp properly, and it almost seems to be getting sad.
I can lean down and offer my hair.
Okay, I'll put the bat back in her hair.
Okay.
I'll like put it by my face again.
Since you're transferring it again, I would like one of you or both of you separately to roll animal handling checks.
Oh gosh.
Let's do it.
Do I get any advantage because I talked to it earlier? Dang it. I tried.
I rolled a 7.
Oh gosh.
I hope you do well.
I didn't roll much better. Okay. Wait. Oh yeah, it's on here. Okay. Animal handling. Do-de-do. Is that a skill? Yeah.
It is. Second one.
An 8. I'm terrible with animals.
The bat escapes as you are trying to pass it along and starts flying upwards. You have a moment, Ulua, to see if you have any idea of how you could get the bat to not fly up the staircase and out the windows of the bat tower.
That's like sound. Sing to it.
I'm a cast sleep.
Okay. Roll those dice for that sleep spell, because we got to find out if you...
It's a good idea, though.
I want...
Well, 5d8.
Oh, it's totally falling asleep. 5d8. It's way more hit points than it has.
Oh, wait. Hold on. What is it at? Yeah. Yes. That's
Ulua,
good.
tell me how it sounds when you sing the sleep spell. Like...
Da 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 da.
We know that the sleep spell is like the like you have a little bit of sand or rose petals or a cricket that you're like tossing up in the air or whatever that is. That's all cool. But it also has the hand gestures and the vocal components. What does that look like?
I mean, it would. I guess it depends a little bit on the situation, but in this case, because it's facing away, I think normally what I would do is if I'm like doing it to a person, the hand movement would be a little bit like around
you
the
like
face,
have a
kind
90-foot
of.
range on this anyway, so you could have done it from anywhere.
So in this case, it's just a little bit more of like a hand twist.
The bat, mid-flight, 10 feet above your heads as it tries to head up the stairs, falls asleep and begins to plummet.
Yeah, I kind of anticipated that, and I'm going to go to try to catch it.
Dexterity saving throw.
Ooh. 24.
You slide under and catch it just in time before it smacks and hurts itself and then wakes up because it got smacked and then probably throws a fit and kicks you out of its little best friends list. But luckily you catch it softly and it continues to snooze under the power of your spell. With that, I think since you're going to abandon the bodies and head out into the street and all the other stuff, I think it's a great place for us to close off. You've gained valuable evidence, a witness, and possibly a creature that can take you to whatever the next step is. You have information to share with Sticky Beak. You have the message itself and even an interpretation of what the message means. And while you may still face consequences, if ever caught, the three of you, this kind of uniting band of investigators has been successful in these endeavors. And through the dark of night, you slip away to wherever you decide to go. With that, we're going to close off Probability of Demise today. We hope you all had fun. Please like, subscribe, and all the other things you do on whatever channel it is. Give us information, reviews. Make fun of my hairstyle. I don't care. Bring it.
No.
Bring it.
But
No.
we truly
So
hope
aggressive.
you find your own pod and have a lovely, lovely week. Bye.
Lovely.
Bye.
Bye.